Hello students, today we'll be starting with the next method of integration, which is called as integration by partial fractions. So this is usually used for integrating rational functions. So let us first see what is a rational function. We all know a rational function is a function of a kind px over qx where these are both individually polynomials. Okay, and another thing is that qx is not equal to 0, which is very obvious that for a fraction to exist the denominator should not be 0. Okay, now if the degree of the px, which is the numerator, is less than that of the degree of the denominator, then it is called as a proper rational function. Else it is called as improper rational function. So to be able to deal with an improper rational function, we have to first convert it to the proper form. That is, we have to first convert it to a form where the numerator is of a lower degree than that of the denominator. And this can be easily achieved by the process of long division. So whenever we come across a rational function which is improper in nature, we first apply the process of long division, convert it to proper form, and then deal with it. Okay, so now we come to integration by partial fraction. So suppose directly we are given a proper function, or after long division we are able to convert it to a proper function, rational function. Then after taking a rational function which is in the proper form, we can further divide it into simpler functions. Okay, and how do we divide it into simpler functions? By converting its denominator into smaller and easier linear and quadratic factors. Okay, and then using a process called as process called as partial fraction decomposition, we reduce the denominator into simpler factors. So we will first consider the various types of simpler partial fractions. So first kind of a function is of the kind where we are talking about here proper rational functions. So either we are directly given it in the proper form, else we convert it to proper form, and then we are doing any of these steps. Okay, so after converting the given function into proper rational function, if the function is of this kind, that is, in the numerator we have a linear function, and in the denominator after factorizing it gets converted into two linear factors, then the product of these two factors can be split using a process of partial fractions into two simple single denominator functions, that is sum a upon x minus a plus b over x minus b, where a and b are constants which are so chosen so that this form is and these form are one and the same. Means from here you can write in this form, and this can be again solved back to this form. Same way, if you after doing the factorization and everything, suppose the rational function comes into the form px plus q, that is a linear factor, upon a quadratic, but a quadratic is in the form of x minus a whole square. Then again we split into two simple functions of the kind a upon x minus a plus b upon x minus a whole square. Again these are two proper proper rational functions. Here numerator is a constant and so is of degree 0, and denominator in this one is a linear function and in this one is a quadratic. In both these cases the degree of the numerator is less than that of the denominator, and hence these are proper rational functions. Now similarly, the third case is that we have a quadratic in the numerator and product of three linear factors. After factorization, we get product of three linear factors in the denominator. Now in this case, we can just as in the first case, in this case also we can just simply reduce it or resolve it into simpler partial fractions, which are of this kind that each is individually, it has only single denominator. Again, a, b, c are constants which are so chosen that after simplification this and this are one and the same. The fourth category is when we have a quadratic in the numerator and product of two functions. So it is a proper fraction, because a proper rational function, because here numerator is of degree 2 and this denominator together is of degree 3. 2 plus 1, which is 3. Now here one of the factors is a square term, whereas another factor is a linear expression. So what we do is the square term, just like the second part, can be split into two terms and a single factor into the third one. So what do we have? A upon x minus a plus b upon x minus a whole square plus c upon x minus b. The last category is a rational function which can be written as a quadratic in the numerator, and in the denominator we have product of two factors. One factor is a linear factor, whereas the other one is a quadratic. Now here this quadratic which is in the denominator cannot be further factorized into linear factors. So in such a case, what we do is, with x minus a we have a numerator, one term having numerator as a constant, which we write it as a, and with this quadratic, instead of with every, if you notice, each of these functions are split in such a manner that with every power of x we have a constant and a term associated with it, whereas here with x minus a we could have a separate term, that is a upon x minus a. But with this expression x squared plus bx plus c, since it can't be factorized further, we cannot have two separate terms for each power of x. Instead what we do is we write it as a linear expression upon x squared plus bx plus c. So this is something which has to be kept in mind, that a quadratic which cannot be factorized further has to be written as, in the numerator you will still have two constants, because with every x we are introducing a constant. So here there are two powers of x, or the degree of x is 2. So two constants have to be introduced. Now if we simply write a plus b plus c, then they get together and form a single constant. So to segregate them we have to write it as bx plus c. Now they remain as it is, they don't get combined together. Okay, so let's quickly start with exercise 7.5 and see how to use these results. Okay, so let's first take up the first question. The first question says x upon x plus 1 x plus 2 into dx. Now clearly this is already given in the denominator is already given in the factorized form. Also it is a proper rational function because the degree of numerator is 1, whereas that of the denominator is 2. So we first of all we resolve this into partial fractions, and this is of the first category. So we write it as x plus 1 plus b upon x plus 2. Now the regular method of doing it, finding a and b, is that we make the denominators same. And how do we do? By taking the LCM. So we get it as a times x plus 2 plus b times x plus 1 whole upon x plus 1 into x plus 2. And on the left hand side we have x upon x plus 1 into x plus 2. Now if you compare both sides, denominators are same, so obviously the numerators would be same. So we just simply compare the numerators. Now here what we do is we collect the coefficients of x and we collect the collect the constant term. So what do we get? Coefficient of x would be a plus b into x, and the constant term would be 2a plus b. Whereas on the left side, x can be written as 1 into x plus 0. Now comparing the coefficient of x on either side and also the constant terms on either side, we get, now when you compare the coefficient of x, we get a plus b equal to, here the coefficient of x is 1, and here we get, when you compare the constant term, we get 2a plus b equal to 0, which gives us b equal to minus 2a. Substituting this b equal to minus 2a over here, we get a minus 2a equal to 1, and which gives us, now here we have 2a plus b equal to 0, so this, now we get minus a equal to 1, which gives us a equal to minus 1, and from here we get b equal to minus 2 minus 1, which is 2. So we have got the two coefficients. So thus we get x upon x plus 1 into x plus 2 as, in place of a we can write, we have got minus 1 and b is equal to 2. So we can write, in place of a we have minus 1 upon x plus 1 plus 2 over x plus 2. As a cross check, you can try it out. What do we get? Now when you solve it, you get x plus 2 times x plus 1 whole upon x plus 1 x plus 2. On solving, what do we get? Minus x minus 2 plus 2x plus 2 whole upon x plus 1 x plus 2. 2 and minus 2 gets cancelled, and this gives us x upon x plus 1 x plus 2. And if you just notice, this is the function which we started with here, and so our resolving it into partial fraction is done correctly. Okay, so now therefore the integral becomes minus 1 over x plus 1 dx plus 2 over x plus 2 dx, and now we know the integrals of both, and this gives us minus log x plus 1 plus 2 log x plus 2 plus a constant, and this can be further written as, we can just simply combine these two and write it as log of x plus 2 whole square over x plus 1 plus a constant, which is the result. Now here we will note a very, very important shortcut. Okay, for resolving into partial fractions. Now this we use only in case of such factors where we have linear factors. Okay, so let's try it out. This question, we have x upon x plus 1 x plus 2. We write it as a upon x plus 1 plus b over x plus 2. Now in order to find a plus a and b, we have already done the traditional method. Though it is not difficult, but it requires a few steps, whereas this can be done directly using the shortcut method. So how do we do that? Now here the denominator has x plus 1. So on the left hand side, okay, what we do, we just hide this x plus 1. So we are left with x upon x plus 2. So what we do is, denominator remains as it is. In the numerator, like in place of a, the value of a is, now in place of x and x plus upon x plus 2, what we write is, you put the denominator x plus 1 as 0, so you get x equal to minus 1. So here we replace x with minus 1. So we get minus 1 over minus 1 plus 2 plus, same way we do b, x plus 2, which is a denominator, we write as it is, and in the remaining portion what we do is first we put x plus 2 as 0, which gives us x equal to minus 2. In the remaining portion we put x equal to minus 2, so we get minus 2 upon, and here I get minus 2 plus 1, which gives me, this is what, minus 1 upon 1, which is minus 1 upon x plus 1, plus this is minus 2 upon minus 1, which is 2 over x plus 2. And if you observe from what we did earlier, this is what we got the values as, minus 1 upon x plus 1 plus 2 upon x plus 2. So using this method, you can easily do it even in your boards. Directly use the shortcut method and find this. So it saves a lot of effort and a lot many steps. Directly use the shortcut method and resolve into partial fractions, and then proceed further by evaluating the integrals. So let's take up another question where we will use it again. So let's start with question number 3. Question number 3 says 3x minus 1 upon x minus 1 into x minus 2 into x minus 3 into dx. Now here again, these are all linear factors, so we will be following the same method as a upon x minus 1 plus b upon x minus 2 plus c upon x minus 3. The traditional method involves taking the LCM and then comparing the coefficients and solving, which is slightly lengthy. Easier method is you simply use the shortcut method. So let's do a first. Now for a, what will we do? Let's write. Now the value of a we write x minus 1 as it is, and in the remaining portion we substitute x equal to 1. So what do I get? 3 minus 1 upon 1 minus 2 and 1 minus 3. This is a. Plus similarly for b, what we do is we write the denominator as it is, leave the denominator here, and then substitute x equal to 2 in the remaining part. So you get 3 into 2 is 6 minus 1 upon 2 minus 1, and here it becomes 2 minus 3. Same way for c, what we do is x minus 3 as it is, and then in the remaining portion what we do is we put x equal to 3. So 3 into 3 is 9, so 9 minus 1 upon, here 3 minus 1, here 3 minus 2. So ultimately this gets resolved into, this is what, 2 upon minus 1 into minus 2, and this is x minus 1, plus this is x minus 2, plus this is x minus 3. Now here it is 5 upon, this is 1 into minus 1, this is 8 upon, this is 2 into 1, and so we get, this can be written as 2 upon 2, which is 1 upon x minus 1, plus this is x minus 2 is as it is here, 5 upon minus 1 is minus 5, plus x minus 3 is as it is 8 upon 2, which is 4. And so the integral now becomes 1 upon x minus 1 dx minus 5 into 1 upon x minus 2 dx plus 4 into 1 upon x minus 3 dx, and we know the integral of all. It comes out to be log of mod x minus 1 minus 5 times log of x minus 2 plus 4 times log of x minus 3 plus a constant. You want, you leave it like this, or you want, you can combine these results. So this will become x minus 1 into x minus 3 raised to the power 4 upon x minus 2 raised to the power of 5 plus a constant, and this is the result. Same way you can try the other questions also. And like for example, if we take the fifth one, in the fifth question we can see it is 2x over x squared plus 3x plus 2 into dx. Now here it is given, either you can use the method given in the previous exercise, that is it is in the form px plus q upon a quadratic which is ax squared plus bx plus c. So either you can use that, but easier is if you can resolve it into partial fractions. It will be lots easier and faster. So let's see if we can factorize this quadratic into partial fraction. First of all, can we factorize it or not? If we can factorize it, and since there is no square root sign, we want to go ahead with the with this method of resolving into partial fractions. So what do we have? We can easily split this into 2x and 1. So you get x plus 2 and x plus 1 as the factors, and which can be easily resolved and solved. So what do we do? X plus 2, x plus 1 is equal to a upon x plus 2 plus b upon x plus 1, which gets solved to x plus 2, and this is x plus 1. Now for a, we will put x equal to minus 2 in this. So we get minus 4 upon minus 1. For b, you will write x equal to minus 1 in this. So you get minus 2 upon 1. And so this gets resolved to minus 4 upon minus 1 is 4 upon x plus 2, and this is minus 2 upon 1 is minus 2 over x plus 1, which on integrating gives us 4 log mod x plus 2 minus 2 log mod x plus 1 plus a constant, which can be combined and written as log of x plus 2 raised to the power over x plus 1 whole squared plus a constant. Same way you can try the other problems of this exercise and otherwise also similar problems. Thank you.